Wow, what a privilege it is to stand here holding two great firearms. A Winchester Model 1886 in 45-70 and a vintage Winchester Model 12 in 12 gauge. Now today's video is going to be short and sweet, really. And at the end of the day, we're going to be able to tell who put on the best show. And it's not going to be me. Hi, George here, and welcome to Tales from Target Suite, where I'll share my perspective on guns and shooting, and we'll spend some time at the range, and every now and then we'll reconvene out in my shop back in Houston, or here at the farm in Louisiana, where I'll build some fun projects and we'll share an adventure or two that'll make even a grown man smile. Hey, this is going to be a smile-making video, because in my right hand I've got a handful of 12 gauge slugs, and in my left hand I've got a handful of 45-70 rounds. And right over there we've got a bunch of soft targets and a couple of bowling pins. And to you guys, let me just say, if the right one don't get you, the left one will. That's a little tribute to Tennessee Ernie Ford. But hey, what was I going to say? Oh yes, if you haven't already, please hit subscribe. And if you click on that little bell, YouTube says you'll get notified every time I upload a new video, usually on Tuesday. And if you'd like to know more about that classic Winchester 1886, there's going to be a link on my end card to a Hickok 45 video. I consider him to be the YouTube expert on Winchester 1886. But let's get down to business now, and I'm going to warm up with a few shots with that Winchester 1886 and my 45 grain hard cast bullets. I know it's a little overkill, but hey, it's YouTube. Okay, I've got the blood flowing in that shoulder now. Let's see who makes the biggest splash, the 12 gauge slug or the 45-70 with a 405 grain hard cast bullet. And you know, I may have found that perfect target. Check it out. Let's see if it lives up to its name. Okay, there's one. Let's try that 12 gauge. 12 gauge. Okay, that blast soda was definitely a blast, but I think I got a little sugary red water on my son's GoPro, so we're going to rinse it off with a couple of gallon jugs of purified drinking water. 45-70 if you hadn't figured out by now. .12 gauge, 1 ounce Foster slug, that's 435 grains. Whoa! Okay, that looked pretty good. Now let's shoot some bowling pins. Now here's something I haven't seen on YouTube, and that's shooting a bag of flour. Now it may be a bust, or we may send white clouds of enriched, bleached, and pre-sifted dust blowing through the woods. Now, who's going to make the biggest cloud? Will it be the 4570? I'm actually going to use the Lever Revolution 325 grain bullet for this shot. Here we go. Okay, well that was the Lever Revolution. Now here's the 12 gauge slug. Okay, that was pretty impressive. Now let's wrap this up with a little bit of fruit. No, maybe a big fruit, like a watermelon. And just like I did with the flour, I'm going to use a 325 grain Lever Revolution bullet. Going to get a little bit more expansion, and I hope a little more entertainment value. Okay, Lever Revolution. And now the 12 gauge Foster slug. All right. You know, I've been shooting since I was 5 years old, and I've had a lot of fun. But I got to tell you, making YouTube videos has taken it to the next level. I hope you guys are enjoying it, watching half as much as I am making. But here's the big question: who put on the best show? The Winchester Model 1886 in 4570, or the Winchester Model 12 gauge with slugs? And you know, for most of those shots it's going to be kind of subjective, and we're going to have a lot of opinions floating around. But now that watermelon, it's a different story, because one of those shots had pieces of watermelon falling longer than the other, and you can tell if you listen real careful. And so you let me know in the comments who you think won the watermelon contest. And you know what? I'll see you guys in the next video, where I'm still going to be having fun.